All right, welcome. So this month, we're diving deep into Gemini. And let me just say, this is not your average daily horoscope. We're talking about something way bigger. According to ancient wisdom, this specific time of year holds a powerful cosmic secret, a kind of code that's just been sitting there, waiting for us to unlock it. So let's get into it.
Okay, first off, let me ask you a question. See if this rings a bell. Are you one of those people who's, brilliant, super quick on your feet, you can chat with anyone about literally anything, but man, do you get bored fast, right? That initial spark, that excitement, it just fades, and before you know it, you're on the hunt for the next shiny object. Maybe you've got like a dozen projects on the go, but finishing them, that's the real challenge. Well, that's the classic Gemini energy we're all swimming in this month. But here's the thing, what if that's not a flaw?
I mean, what if all that restlessness, that constant need for something new, isn't a problem to be solved? What it's actually a compass pointing you towards a 4,000-year-old secret for, get this, total enlightenment. It comes from the Sefer Yetzirah, the Book of Formation, which was written by Abraham the Patriarch. And it says the spiritual DNA of this month has a hidden code baked right into it. A code that's going to completely reframe how you see boredom and commitment forever.
So the big question is, where is this secret code hidden? It's not like it's in some ancient scroll buried in the desert somewhere. It's actually way closer. It's encoded in the very Hebrew letters that the Kabbalists teach were used by the Creator to literally build this specific window in time.
And here they are. So on one side, you've got the letter Zayin. This is the letter that brought the constellation of Gemini into being. And on the other side, we have the letter Resh, which created its ruling planet, Mercury. Now look, by themselves, they're just two letters of the alphabet. But when you put them together, well, that's when things start to get really interesting. This is the first piece of the puzzle.
Okay, so when you put Resh and Zion together, they spell the Hebrew word Raz. So what does Raz mean? It means secret. How amazing is that? The universe is literally spelling it out for us. The whole essence of this month is a secret, just waiting for us to figure it out. But believe me, it gets even better than that.
You see, in Kabbalah, letters aren't just for making words. They also have a numerical value. This whole system is called gematria, and the numerical value of this word, Raz, adds up to 207. Now, I want you to burn that number into your brain, 207, because this is the master key that unlocks the entire code.
And here's where it gets really mind-blowing. The most important thing to remember about Kabbalah is that there are no coincidences. None. So, if two different words happen to have the same numerical value, it means they share the exact same spiritual, energetic essence. And it just so happens that the number 207 is also the exact value of another incredibly powerful, totally fundamental word in Hebrew.
And what's that word? It's or, O-R, which means light. Just think about that. The letter Aleph is 1, Vav is 6, and Resh is 200. You add them all up, and what do you get? 207. This is it. This is the core of the Gemini code. The secret is the light. Raz equals or. Secret equals light. Incredible.
So what does this actually mean for us? This is the core insight. The big secret isn't some treasure you have to go out and find. The secret is the light itself, and it's already here, hidden inside of everything. Your real spiritual job this month isn't to run around chasing the next exciting thing. It's to stop, to go deeper, and to uncover that profound light that's concealed within every single person, every situation, and yeah, even in those tasks that feel really, really boring.
Okay, so that's the what. But how do we actually do this, right? How do we access this light that's hiding inside everything? Well, the universe gives us a tool. Think of it like a cosmic communication device that's supercharged this month, and that tool is the planet Mercury.
So in Hebrew, the name for Mercury is Kochav, and I want you to picture it as your spiritual antenna. It's like an electrical cable that connects the spiritual world with our physical world. It makes sense, right? Mercury is the planet of communication. It's all about transferring information from point A to point B, from heaven down to earth. And, you guessed it, the proof is hidden right there in the letters of its name.
This is so cool. Check out the math hidden inside the planet's name. If we break down the word Kokohav, the first two letters add up to 26. Now that number is the exact numerical value of the sacred four-letter name of God, the Tetragrammaton, which represents heaven. Then, the last two letters add up to 22, which is the number of letters in the Hebrew alphabet, the very building blocks of our physical world, of Earth. So Kokohav itself is literally the bridge connecting heaven and Earth.
But this still leaves a question. Why the speed? Why do Geminis and all of us this month move so fast? Why that insatiable curiosity? Well, it all goes back to that letter Resh, the one that created Mercury. Resh doesn't just look kind of empty. It's also connected to the Hebrew word for poverty or lack. And this creates a kind of deep inner hunger, a spiritual drive that pushes you to constantly look for information, for knowledge, for connection, all to try and get that feeling of satisfaction and wholeness. Now, this whole idea of bridging two separate things and making them one, that's not just some abstract concept. It's actually the spiritual signature of one of the most monumental events in human history, which happened in this very month, the revelation at Mount Sinai.
So the Kabbalists teach that the Torah was given during the month of Gemini for a very, very specific reason. Gemini represents what's called the central column. It's the perfect balance point between the right column, which is all about giving, and the left column, which is all about receiving. It's the energy that creates perfect harmony, basically turning two opposite forces into one single working circuit.
And think about it. What was the physical symbol of that revelation? 2 tablets. Why were there 2? It's because they directly mirror the symbol of Gemini, the twins. They represent the ultimate spiritual secret, that it's possible for 2 totally separate things, like the Creator and humanity, or giving and receiving, or even you and another person, to become one unified whole. And this brings us to such a critical point. The great sage Rabbi Akiva famously said that the entire secret of the Torah, the whole lesson of those 2 tablets, could be boiled down to one single powerful law. Love others as you love yourself. That right there is the ultimate expression of the central column. It's when you see someone else's fulfillment as being completely identical to your own. That's the secret of 2 becoming one.
Okay, so this is all really fascinating cosmic stuff, but let's bring it down to Earth. How do we apply this right now, today, to escape what we can call the shadow side of this energy? How do we stop being the butterfly, flitting from flower to flower, and start actually finding that light?
First things first, we've got to be honest about the challenges, right? This month, it's so easy to feel that kind of spiritually bipolar energy. You're super high one minute and then crash the next. We get hit with the butterfly syndrome, jumping from one thing to the next, terrified to commit because what if something better comes along? We get bored, and our gut reaction is just to run. But listen, these are not character flaws. They're signals. They're telling you where your spiritual work is.
And this leads us to probably the single most important tool you have this month. The very next time you feel that wave of boredom wash over you, that urge to grab your phone or jump to a new project, I want you to see it as a cosmic alarm bell. It's a signal. The universe isn't saying, get out of here. It's inviting you to go deeper, to find the Raz, the secret, the hidden light, right there in that exact situation.
So here are 3 really simple, practical things you can do. Number 1. Ground yourself. Gemini is an air sign, right? We can be all over the place. Just use your breath as an anchor. It connects you back to your body, back to your soul. Number 2, commit to committing. Look, you don't have to figure out your entire life's purpose today. Just pick one small thing and see it through to the end. Just build that commitment muscle. And 3, give your mind a daily detox. Your brain is going 1,000,000 miles an hour. So once a day, intentionally slow it down. Meditate. Sit in silence, put on some music, whatever it takes to just let it rest.
And this all brings us right back to the ultimate secret of the Gemini code. When you stop looking for excitement outside of yourself and you commit to uncovering that secret light that's hidden within everything, that's when you get the power to transform the most boring, mundane routine into something truly ecstatic and fulfilling.
Now, if this resonates with you and you want to keep going to master more of these ancient tools, definitely subscribe and join our community. A really powerful practice, especially for this month, is scanning the 72 names of God. It's a spiritual technology that represents the ultimate power of mind over matter, and it can really help you push through those moments when your brain is screaming that it's bored and wants to quit.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Now that you know that the secret to real, lasting fulfillment isn't out there somewhere, but it's right here, inside of you, what's one boring part of your life that you're going to commit to exploring this week? What hidden light are you ready to uncover?